when was the last time Arsenal progressed to the Champions League quarterfinals?
Literally last season.
Last season. Before last season, when before that? When before that? Have they got into the Champions League semi-finals?
Yes, actually. But okay.
We are talking about recent memories. We are talking about recent memories. What are you talking about?
You're asking more
There's
questions.
no
50 cents. 21 questions.
No. Have they got this? Wait, use your brain. I don't interrupt when I'm talking.
The Premier League has seen a lot of rivalries over the years, with the latest now being Manchester City and Arsenal. But what's it about? Well, I'm Jimmy Anishilo. This is Crossfire, brought to you by Live Scorebet, and I'm here today with Tunde and Tosin to discuss this emerging rivalry between Arsenal and Manchester City. So, Tunde, do you think that Arsenal have done enough to deserve this rivalry between them and Man City?
I mean, absolutely. Why? You already described it yourself as a rivalry. I think that everybody that watches football know, whatever team you support, everybody knows that Arsenal at the very least are the second best team in the league. They are the closest to Manchester City. They are the team that are most likely to stop City from winning the league if that will ever happen. So yes, it is a rivalry. You can see from the intensity when these two teams meet each other. They are the two teams that have to monitor each other the entire season. So like, no matter, you can't, that's what constitutes a rivalry. It's a case of these two teams are the ones that constantly push one another. I don't see how anybody can say that City Arsenal is not the rivalry. Then if you say that's not the case, then you are just pretty much admitting that City have no rivals, and that would mean that they've been coasting to the league, which is not true. This is not true. You can't talk about a team that pushed City for 2 consecutive seasons. The 2022-23 season, 5 points gap between them when City won the league. 23-24, 2-point gap between them when City won the league. Like that is by definition a rivalry. Whether you think, even if you think Man City are getting the upper hand, it is still a rivalry that City are edging, because it's not like they are blowing Arsenal out of the water. City not beat Arsenal in 2 attempts last season. And this season as well, we saw the way Arsenal was able to hold them and contain them in their home with a man down. So, like, some school of thoughts, which I am starting to subscribe to, might even say that Arsenal right now, like, based on what we're seeing this season, even though it's still a long season, might already be better than Manchester City, although you need actual proof for that, which is you can only get at the end of the season. But this might actually be the year. So, like, if you are waiting for them to win a trophy before you consider it a rivalry, that means you don't consider the El Clasico a rivalry, because when Barcelona was winning, Real Madrid only won 2 league titles in the Cristiano Ronaldo era. Barcelona was sweeping most of the La Liga titles, even though Real Madrid were being successful on the continental stage. That's a rivalry. You cannot say because Barcelona won like 7 La Liga titles and Real Madrid only won 2 in that space, then it's not a rivalry. That's not how it works. It is a rivalry. They push each other constantly, and I have to give Arsenal credit. Actually, they have to give them the amount of growth that this team has shown to be able to bring themselves to this level. I don't think I've seen a team match Manchester City this much since maybe just that one Liverpool season. The one Liverpool season where they actually won. People talk about the Liverpool one like it was like they sustained it. That one season where they won the league, fine. But like, I have to give Arsenal credit. They are definitely Manchester City's rivals, whether they win or not.
All right, thank you for that. Tosin, what about you? Do you agree with Tunde that Arsenal are deserved rivals to Manchester City?
I don't agree. I do not agree, and the reason why I do not agree is because I'm a student of the game. And it comes with having so much knowledge about the history of football. If you understand the history of football, you know that rivalry starts when trophies are won. And as the last understanding that I have, Arsenal haven't won. You can say, yes, they'll win at the end of the season. And let's actually document rivalries. We can actually go back to, let's say, the rivalry between Chelsea and Manchester United from 2005 to 2011. That's a rivalry. In that space, Chelsea won 3 league titles. Manchester United won 4 league titles. That is a rivalry. You understand? Jose Mourinho coming to the league, displacing Arsenal. 2005, 2006, we all remember the rivalry between Chelsea and Manchester United. That is a proper rivalry. If Chelsea don't win the league, Manchester United will win the league. That is a proper rivalry. You understand? Like 2006, Chelsea win the league. 2007, Manchester United win the league. 2008, Manchester United win the league. Also, Chelsea were finishing second. It wasn't as if like, yes, Chelsea won the league, Manchester United finished second, Manchester United won the league, Chelsea finished second. Do you know what even happened in 2008? They met in the Champions League final. Have you ever had Arsenal and Man City meet in the Champions League final? That hasn't even happened yet. 2009, 2010, they bring in Ancelotti because obviously it spanned over different managers. Jose Mourinho has already left, Gus Hiddink has already left, Avram Grant has already left. They brought in Carlo Ancelotti, continuing the rivalry. You understand? Chelsea win the league again. Manchester United come back. They win the league in 2011, go to the Champions League final against Barcelona where we beat them. That is a proper rivalry. What you are comparing between Arsenal and Manchester City is, let's go back to, let's say, 1995. Let's go back to 1995, which is about 29 years ago. When you had some who say it's a rival, I don't see it that way because between Manchester United and Newcastle United. Have you ever heard Manchester United and Newcastle United fans say that they are rivals? Because if you remember, if you are a historian of the game, you remember in 1995, 1996, Manchester United won the league. Newcastle finished second. Abi? In 96, 97, Manchester United won the league. Newcastle felt they were close. They finished 4 points behind. Do you know what happened the next season? Which is 97, 98. Manchester United won the league again. Where was Newcastle? They finished 13th. I'm not saying Arsenal is going to finish 13th, but we never know. So because you finish second back to back, we've seen a lot of teams finish second back to back and they don't result in trophies. And if it does not result in trophies, please, I don't want to hear it's a rivalry. And that is how we historians of the game, we approach the game of football. You understand?
All right. So, Tunde, back to you. Now, you mentioned something about the rivalry between Manchester City and Liverpool, however short it might have been. So, which one do you think was better between that and this current one between Manchester City and Arsenal?
The Liverpool one. The Liverpool one, I will not even necessarily even call that one rivalry. Because even the players themselves, the coaches themselves, I don't think they consider it rivalry. Forget all this one that Bernardo Silva and co are saying that they preferred when Liverpool was... You know why they preferred Liverpool? Because Liverpool were willing victims. Yeah, because Liverpool has Stockholm syndrome. Liverpool were just happy to be there. Liverpool were taking pride in being the team that finishes second to City every year. It was a thing of pride and joy for them. When have you ever seen Liverpool and City players? When have you ever seen any actual bad blood between them? Pep and Klopp, it is always body. Oh, my brother in the Lord. Alpha, second, second. Dap him up. Second, we are proud. As long as we are better than everybody else. That's always the vibe from Liverpool. In those days, it always gave the feeling that they were okay with second as long as it's the City that won the league. I've not seen that with this Arsenal. And I know that it seems odd to say that about the team that has actually not won yet. And I use the word yet very seriously. Because I do think that this team can win this season. In fact, I think that they will win this season. I think that third time lucky for them. But the point is that even from the vibe that you get from the players, when have you ever seen any real bad blood between Liverpool and Man City players? That's why the Man City players love them. That's why they love them. Because there was a Liverpool City at the Etihad. Sadio Mane got the red card in the first half. Guess how that game ended? 5-0 to City. How Bernardo Silva no go love them? Right. When a team actually comes to home and makes you work for a point, and you finally have to work for something for the first time in your life, as someone that I grew up with silver spoon, complain. It's like City players lined up to be giving press conference about us now. From Monday to the Saturday of that week till they play their next match, they were just complaining. When you see Akonji, you will see Bernardo Silva, you will see this one talk about, oh, this is not how Liverpool used to play us. Duh! Because the Liverpool is not a real rivalry. Liverpool were just happy to be there. Look at this Arsenal team. They are dogs. They are bullies. They know we are coming to win the league, but if we don't win league, we will leave here with your ACL.
They
I like the spirit of this team, and I like that it is serious for them. Even though Arteta and Pep had a relationship before Arteta went to us, even though the teams have interchanged players, it is very, very clear. Gabriel Jesus was squaring up against his former teammates. Yes, he has more altercations than goals this season, but still, it is a case of showing that we are not here to make friends with you. That is what a rivalry is. Which one is a rivalry? After they flog you 5-0, they go shake you. Say, Alpha, una drive, una play. You real football. Keep it real. 5-0, but you played real football. Like, that's what City players want. They want people that they can just push around anyhow. Me personally, and it hurts me to say this as a Chelsea fan, especially since my own club is a dumpster fire right now. But the simple truth is that Arsenal have grown in leaps and bounds. Like, I have to applaud Mikel Arteta once again. The amount of growth that this team has shown, not just even in how they play or in the results or in their standings at the table. The most important change is the mentality. As in Wenger's Arsenal, played fantastic football, but they were easy to break. Once you bully them a little bit, you are most likely going to beat them. This Arsenal team are not the ones you bully. They are the ones that will bully you. You saw what they did at the Etihad. So, like, this is very much a rivalry. City better wake up and smell the roses. Better start playing real football and stop hoping that your opponents make life easy for you instead of doing your job by actually creating chances. So, I don't want to. All these City's players' whinings and complaints are even they are quite annoying. I've given Arsenal the credit. Forget that Liverpool talk. The City pool era lasted how many years? Last 7 years, Liverpool won only 1 trophy. City win 6. What a rivalry! I beg you.
So, Tosin, I know this is also unlikely, but do you agree with Tunde that the Arsenal rivalry is better than the one that that Man City had with Liverpool?
I still maintain that this is not even a rivalry. You are saying, is it better? So I say something is not a rivalry. You are saying, is it better? Let's put it into proper context now. Like, okay, we say that, this is a rivalry. Since Mikel Arteta joined, he left Pep Guardiola's staff. He has actually spent more money than Pep Guardiola. I think a lot of people do not know that. So I will expect him to actually have a good squad. But he hasn't even won a spoon, apart from that FA Cup that he won. He hasn't won a spoon. The trophies you spend that kind of amount of money to win is not the FA Cup. Like, I remember the way, it's the simple thing. Let me tell you the simple truth. It's the same way Ferguson mocked Manchester City then. When Manchester City started by winning the Carabao Cup, which was the EFL Cup. They won the FA Cup. In fact, they even beat Manchester United to win the FA Cup. Ferguson did not care. Do you know when he cared? When they beat him to win the league. On the final day. That is when you never won anything and you start pumping. Why did you think Erling Haaland say stay humble? He said stay humble, not to the manager. You still need to stay, or you are still a boy. Can't fill a form, complete your internship. What are you talking about? Rivalry. In the dominant period of Liverpool and Manchester City, right? That dominant period, Liverpool finished second twice, won the league once. Manchester City won the league 3 out of 4 seasons. But do you know what also happened? They met each other in the Champions League quarterfinals. When was the last time Arsenal progressed to the Champions League quarterfinals?
Literally last season.
Last season. Before last season. When before that? When before that? Have they got into the Champions League semi-finals?
Yes, actually. But okay.
We are talking about recent memory. We're talking about recent memory. What are you talking about?
You're asking more
There's
questions. 50 cents. 21 questions.
No. Have they got this? Wait, use your brain. I don't interrupt when I'm talking.
I beg now.
Don't use your brain. When I say that this Arsenal team, I'm not talking about Arsenal in the history. Arsenal has 13 Premier League titles now. I'm not talking about Arsenal in the history of Arsenal. Arsenal has the most FA Cups now. Anybody with knowledge knows that now. I'm saying this particular team, this team that you are hailing, have they done anything? That's what we are talking about. I'm comparing this is just a minus part. And that's why I'm comparing it to the Newcastle, Manchester United bumper. You can call it this a fender bender. Let's call it a bumper to bumper situation. Don't call it a rivalry. Whereby Newcastle finished second to Manchester United twice 96, 97, and they thought, okay, we can go toe to toe with Manchester United, only for them to finish 13th. So the mere fact that you finish back-to-back second doesn't really mean anything. You need to do it on the biggest stage. Beating Manchester City to win the league. Liverpool did that. Beating Manchester City to go to the Champions League final. Liverpool did that. Arsenal have not done any of what I've said. This Arsenal team have not done it, but you keep hyping them up. What you keep hyping them up is to their sorrow. That's what you hype them up to, because at the end of the season, when it's time for everybody to put their medal on display, and Manchester City come with their medals and their achievements, what will you say for Arsenal? It will just be like Judgment Day, when God is playing that tape. They'll play your tape for you. Where David Raya was wasting the time, wasting like 13 minutes on the clock, lying down, rolling around, as if he has leprosy.
Tell him we still have to watch Arsenal matches on them. Go Judgment Day.
That's just rolling around, just doing nonsense. These are you want to show you have a monster mentality. You want to make a statement. Go to the Etihad and win. That's how you make a statement. Liverpool did that.
When? Premier League, when?
They did that in the Champions League now. What are you saying? They did that in the Champions League now.
I could see when his brain was searching. You say found, not found.
Wait, it's not found, not found. It's not found, not found. No, wait. Did Arsenal not play Manchester City in the cup competition last year? Did they not do it? Why couldn't? So even in cup competitions, it's the mentality. It's the mentality. They don't have the mentality. That's what we are talking about. If you want to progress from younger brother, from bumper to proper rivalry, even before winning, you need to make certain steps. That, you know what, that's why Manchester City fans, Manchester City players are treating them that, like, you can do more. There's a lot of more potential in you that you can still unlock. But if you keep playing this haram football, you keep playing this terrorist and satanic football, you won't progress. They want the best for Arsenal, but Arsenal don't want the best for themselves.
Okay.
Staffing the line with 10 players behind the ball.
9 actually, let's say.
10 players behind with the goalkeeper.
Okay. The goalkeeper supposed to be ahead of
with the goalkeeper, everybody inside the box playing Bambiala football. It's not good. Look at for someone like you who actually has eye issues wearing the glasses. Is it good for you? Is it good for you? Is it good for your health?
At least he has twice.
How can you watch something like that? It's not fair now. That's what we are talking about. Don't just watch. You don't just know the history of football. And if you don't know the history, come and meet me.
All right.
I'll educate you.
We'll do that. Well, Tosin thinks that Arsenal still have a lot to prove that they are rivals to Manchester City, while Tunde is of the mind that they are already there. But what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. I am Jimmy Anishilo, and this is Crossfire, brought to you by Live Score Bet.